The Inquisition continued to stamp out remaining heretics. Those who refused to confess were usually burned at the stake. Esoteric schools and mystery groups practiced secretly to avoid persecution.
The aim of the Inquisition was to weed out any heretics and any teachings that contradicted those of the Church. It lasted for some 700 years, beginning in the late 12th century and continuing into the 1800s.
The Church was forever trying to weed out heretical beliefs and heretical people and try to convert them, and if they couldn't do that, then they burnt them.
Who knows how many people were killed, burned at the stake, or tortured by really horrible, horrible methods. So in this period of time, those groups that found Gnosis and that were practicing the esoteric teachings had to hide themselves for obvious reasons.
Even though the Inquisition carried on, the esoteric teachings, the Gnostic teachings persisted, because there are always individuals that are seeking enlightenment. It's that yearning to reunite with the divine that pushes people to keep searching. So if they need to practice the esoteric teachings and go underground because society condemns it or persecutes them for it, people still find a way.
However, the numbers of people interested in them started to diminish quite significantly because it became quite risky business to become involved in any heretical group or anyone that was giving any teachings that a consequence of having could be torture or even death.
The teachings resurfaced again, in a hidden form, with the medieval alchemists.
They taught about transforming metals into gold, transforming lead into gold, but it was a metaphor, it was an allegory for something that they did internally, which was about the spiritual transformation of a person from the lead of the personality into the gold of the spirit.
And this process of encoding the esoteric teachings has happened time and time again. And it's happened in different languages, in different cultures and so on. So although sometimes we look at teachings from different areas, different countries and different times, they appear to be different. There's a common thread through all of them.
In the 19th and 20th centuries, Gnosis re-emerged with the discovery of many Gnostic texts, the Pistis Sophia, the Nag Hammadi Library, and much more recently, the Gospel of Judas. Around the same time the Gnostic texts were rediscovered, Gnosis emerged in a new form, easily understandable. With the changes in the modern world, Gnosis was ready to be given openly. In the 1950s, Samael Aun of Colombia began to teach Gnosis to the modern world completely afresh. Widely known as the founder of modern Gnosis, Samael Aun directly investigated the esoteric knowledge that had become hidden beyond reach. Like the Gnostics of old, he used mystical practices to comprehend and gain knowledge of the divine. Samael was followed by Rabelais, who carried the teachings forward, and today by Beelzebub. Gnosis emerged time and time again because the very thing that defines it, personal experience with the divine, is always sought by the few throughout the ages.
Gnosis appeared at many different times throughout history in different cultures, with the Cathars, with the Templars, with the medieval alchemists, and before that in the times of Jesus. But Gnosis has always been appearing at different times in different cultures.
Gnosis didn't die, even though there were many, many attempts to wipe it out, because you can't really kill it, because what it is it's that longing to be with divinity. And when people have that longing, they seek for knowledge, they seek for the truth.
It's not like you have a handover from sect to sect throughout the years. The Gnosis, the information itself, emerges from these groups as the people themselves begin to search.
Today, Gnostics use the same methods to gain authentic spiritual experience. It is possible to do the same spiritual work as the disciples of Jesus. For this, we need the information on how to do it. This is contained in the 4 Gospels, the Gnostic Gospels and text, and is clarified clearly in the works of modern Gnosticism. A range of texts are studied in modern Gnosticism, including the 4 Gospels and the Book of Revelation from the Bible, selected works in the Nag Hammadi library, the Gospel of Mary, the Gospel of Judas, the Pistis Sophia, the Flight of the Feathered Serpent, selected works of Samael Aun-Weor, and the works of Beelzebub. In Gnosis, there are 3 key practices taught for acquiring spiritual knowledge: inner transformation with the mystical death, alchemy, and helping others spiritually. These are supplemented by exercise in out-of-body experiences, meditation, self-observation and awareness, and studying dreams.
So we can use the same techniques that the early Gnostics used, the same techniques that Jesus taught today. And this is what current Gnostics are still doing.
The teachings of Gnosis are more accessible than ever for those who are interested in taking up this spiritual work.
Well, that's it for the first part of this series. I'll see you again in part 2, where we will explore what the many benefits are to practicing Christian Gnosticism and what we can gain from it. Until then, bye for now.